Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever, whenever that you may be tuning in. This is Yonks, and we're burning the proverbial midnight candle here, and we is myself, I am Lotus, and my superpower, Mrs. Yonks. And I know that you've had a very long day, Tyler, so thank you for enlightening me with wanting to move the creation of our money printer with forever etching in stone day number one here on September 9th. So, is there anything that you would like to mention real quick about what your thoughts of this money printer is before we hop into our agenda here?
Just that while it's like an hour and a half past our kid's bedtime and I hear her moving the furniture, I'm pretty sure she's trying to climb and get cookies right now, that we're doing this for her and your adult kids so that we can change their lives and everybody's life who didn't have access to this when they were in their 20s or when they were toddlers, and just what this looks like to change whole people's family trees and their lives and just forever, ever more.
Yeah, and thank you for sharing that. And I know, Lotus, the idea of a money printer has been increasingly resonating with you. What would you like to share right now, real quick, as far as your sentiments around this topic of the money printer creation?
I think with all of our other projects, this is the one that resonates well with me. Like Tyler said, it's for our children, it's for generational wealth, and also to be sustainable. Especially, I'm looking forward to being mobile. By the time I retire, I want to put things in place that I don't have to worry about certain things.
Yeah, and I love that. And that's one of the things that I'm not sure if it's in your 40s or in your 50s or if it ever happens, because let's be honest, those of us that are parents unquestionably know that becoming a parent changes us. And out of the three of us, Tyler, you're the newest parent in the equation. And how much would you say being a parent has changed you?
It It has absolutely changed so many things, but this actually reminds me of a story of a friend of mine who, while she was pregnant, she was at the OB and she said, "I'm just worried that motherhood is going to make me boring." And she said, and her OB says, "Listen, the good news is the only people who are boring mothers are people who were boring women before they were mothers. Like if you're boring, you're boring with a kid. If you were interesting before, you'll be tired for a while. And then when you get used to it, then you'll be interesting and with a kid. So you'll be stickier and you'll be ti more tired, but you're still gonna be interesting. So yeah, having a kid changes so much, but there's some things it doesn't change. I'm still the same person I was before. I'm just a little tireder and more sticky, that's all.
Yeah, and it does. And looking forward, just had a conversation with my adult daughter here this evening, and she is we or Grandpa Yonks here, and that's something else. You want to hop on and say hi, yogurt face? No? Okay. Hold on one second here. That's the dollar. I know. Do you see the dollar? Well, and look, it's a dollar here, and then it's 100 over here. And that's what makes I know that's what makes the money printer magical. Now, I'm not necessarily aspiring to put in $1 and get out 100 on the other side. Like when you think about a money printer, putting in $1 and getting out two on the other side would be pretty amazing. And when we're talking about putting a dollar in here, it's likely going to be through the form of a paid marketing campaign. And there's definitely different ways to create and get traction with things. Um, so anyway, I'm going to go ahead. This is our thumbnail. This is day one of our money printer series here on September 9th. And so let's actually take a look. So this is YonksTEAM. Let's go to our existing. How long have we had this site, Tyler, at yonks.team?
2018 at least. I that picture of us is from that was from before we got married. That was our Vegas getaway in 2018.
Well, maybe. And the picture absolutely is. I don't know if we've had yonks.team because it seems newer that we got the .team TLD, but we had Team Yonks before. But it doesn't matter. This is a website that we never invested much time or efforts into creating results. And that's what the money printer is about, is creating results. So this Google Doc, and I'm actually, let me throw in here real quick. I'm going to make sure, and I'm going to be keeping an eye on our live stream. I don't know if anybody's going to be watching. It doesn't matter. This is an ongoing conversation. This is quite literally, we're doing this to capture a moment in time, but to also create some content. And one of the things that wanting to do, so let me share real quick on our live stream, and I'll be keeping an eye on our live stream chat. If you've got any questions, feel free to ask, and I'm going to share a link to the live stream. This also gets broadcasted to our Legacy Discord, which just captures it nicely. So let's see, connecting to channels. So anyway, scrolling down this agenda, this is a templated agenda that we grabbed from our We Own XYZ, where we've been running a live stream format for a while. And one of the things I love about our We Own XYZ ecosystem is our FELG culture: fun, earning, learning, and giving. So, as you can see, haven't spent any time on this agenda, but one of the things that I want to talk about is, what do we want the Yonks.team, let's just do Yonks team website to do? Uh, so let's talk about that, Tyler. What functionality, and let's just put in parentheses, functionality.
So, two things. One, there was an AI meeting at the White House the other day, and there was a picture of it that was all these CEOs sitting around the table, and you could name them all. There's Zuckerberg and Tim Cook and this one and that one and whatever. And just by looking at them, you already knew who they were and what company they're with. So it really got me thinking, if these guys are all gajillionaires and they're still investing in their personal brand, we probably should too. And number two, realizing how much people's feelings about a CEO can be for or against a company, and how the narrative can drive the bus is really interesting. I mean, this guy from Coldplay that got caught banging around on his wife at the concert was this company that nobody had ever heard of, but all of a sudden the CEO, they're like, "Oh, this guy is a CEO. So who is he and what is his company?" All of a sudden the company starts blowing up because, this kind of thing. So it just got me really thinking about what our website needs to do is be a personal brand that is associated with our companies, but it is not our company. But we're so much the face of the company that it needs to be something that represents who we are and in line with the company's values and what we're doing, and also separate from the company, because probably gonna want to put some personal stuff on there and some stuff that's not necessarily related or doesn't represent the company. But that's what I'm thinking about. I think you're muted.
Yes, and I thank you for that, Tyler. And let me just do this real quick, because this is and I'm having to do a site search right now because this isn't a very navigable setup with WordPress. But Coinbase I created a pretty spectacular, well, let's see, Armstrong. And I don't know if Google changed their indexing stuff. Let's see. Well, and this our journey to first million in real estate, was that a piece of content that you created, Tyler?
Yeah, 2023 or 2022 or something. How crazy um that was. I actually think we had laid out some goals of what things were going to look like and what we wanted to plan. And this was when we were doing a completely different business model and so much has changed. I almost think that that post is kind of laughable now because it's so different from what we were building and what we are building, and it's just kind of fun for the archives.
Well, talking about fun for the archives, BMT.guide, buy, monetize, tokenize came up in conversations earlier today, and that's definitely going to be a book that will come off of the shelf likely in 2027. So we had a conversation as far as going back to what functionality do we want to provide. So let's just make a list here as far as some functionality. So brand, and I'm going to put in here, obviously. And one of the things that is worth mentioning, it just got engraved into my soul. Ty Lopez, and when we were at Grant Cardone's 10X event in Miami, talking about the difference of having a personal brand and a business brand. So I don't know if you wanted to share anything on Tyler about Ty Lopez 10X Miami 2019.
Yeah, well, the thing that I mean stuck out the most was his name is Ty Tai, and he said you have to buy every iteration of how everybody could possibly misspell your name. And um, we interviewed a woman who we slightly misspelled the name of her book, and it was kind of a blip, and it was a little embarrassing, but it was also really funny because I thought we're not the only one who made this typo. So I ended up buying her the misspelled URLs and gifted them to her as a redirect. And so that was a couple things. So we're talking about our website. It's going back to the story brand stuff. I want our hero story, the guide, some general stuff, the about us, service offerings, authority and credibility, um, our content hub, whatever that's going to look like, social proof, and yeah. So the big thing is we're offering people a lot of different services. I would like to have one centralized place to say this is the authority and then landing pages so that not everybody's trying to fish through everything. We can just show people say this is the specific thing that you want. This is where we're an expert in that.
Well, and I'm going to actually just chunk it into some tools categories because this is kind of way that my systems brain looks at things. So, brand, obviously, personal brand versus business brand, calendar tool. So, like, let me just open up an incognito window here. I have my calendar at cal.com using Yonks, but right now I don't capture anything as far as it works well. Like I don't know how many dozens, hundreds of appointments that I've scheduled using cal.com. And I actually really love my calendar tool here, but it's not natively built. Like this is the first time that Tyler and I have been together over 7 years that we're going to be very intentional about creating a CRM. And for those people, let's actually just do this. What is a CRM? So a CRM is a customer relationship management system. Salesforce.com is unquestionably the big SaaS player in the 21st century for CRM at scale. They provide, and I don't know where if they provide much solopreneur functionality, but we're not a fan of Salesforce. It's not that we're anti-Salesforce. We are with We Own. We're wanting to equip people with solutions that they can actually own. So with CRM calendar tool, we're actually using a suite of tools from the WP Manage Ninja.com team, and scrolling down to their products, let's see. I don't know if, let me just click on products, all products. So flagship products. So we're using, and let me just go down here. So Fluent CRM is the affordable email automation for growing businesses. So this is one of the tools in WordPress, YonksTEAM.xyz, and we will likely flip the switch from YonksTEAM.xyz to Yonks.team after we work on getting things built here at YonksTEAM.xyz. And side note, anybody that's deployed a WordPress site using WordPress.org, the open source solution that's unquestionably the king of open source content management solutions or content management systems in the 21st century, is WordPress. So, Hello World is one of the most popular pieces of content on the planet because of the success of WordPress. So, we're using WP Manage Ninja Fluent CRM. So this is one of the tools, and talking about Fluent or booking. Fluent Booking is another tool that we're planning to use. Tyler has been using, and how long, Tyler, have you been paying for Calendly.com?
I don't know, years. Um, and I actually realized Cal, I think, has this native functionality built into it, but the reason why I started paying for it was so it would sync my calendar with your calendar because we're in so many of the same meetings. If you're busy, then either I'm in that same meeting or I'm with Brooke or whatever. So yeah, I think actually Cal.com does that automatically, but yeah, I've been paying for Calendly for years, and you just get in these systems and then there's just one more thing you have to move, so you just don't. Like we've been paying for a wiki that we barely use. I think it's like 10 or 15 bucks. We've been paying for that thing for like 4 years since we've used it because we just haven't bothered to move it yet because it's only 15 bucks a month, so whatever. Stuff just adds up, all these things that you just have to think through your system from scratch and then move it and just get rid of it.
Yeah, and that's really the goal here with We Own AI, is to provide not only with the money printer, is not only a where you get more money, because you think about paying for something. If you're paying $100 or $200 a month for the thing and it's kicking out $500 a month, one of the core beliefs that I have is $500 a month is life-changing money for a lot of people. So it'll be interesting, and that may be a merit badge in the Money Printer Club. And you're hearing it first and foremost. And I know that we were having some side conversations about firing up, spinning up Money Printer Club. But that may be the first milestone that somebody gets in their journey of like a money printer beginner and a money printer professional and a money printer expert. So we may have a lot of fun. I like having fun with what we're doing. So going back to our agenda. So calendar tool, CRM, landing pages. So these are three core components of the money printer. And we're structuring our ecosystem by invitation only. Like, we really want to be intentional. Like, we're going to be curating, we're limiting our upcoming cohort to 222 people, 100 interns, 100 people in We Own AI Lite, and 22 people in AI for legal. And you think about like how important it is for us to get the right people in there because those people are either going to be have a positive experience or a negative experience. It may be run of the middle of the road, but I would say it's probably going to tilt one way or the other. So a calendar tool where we can have a conversation with these people because like I said, we really want to ensure that our upcoming cohort is the right mix of people. Oh, let me actually add here, ahead of landing pages is e-commerce. And this is something that we're planning to use WooCommerce. WooCommerce is also from the automatic team that brought WordPress. So what other, let's talk about task management. And we're a huge fan of Kanban boards, and that's something that is getting provided for our ecosystem through Fluent. Oh, and I see Fluent Forms. Let me add that. Forms. Um, and then what else is on this list? Affiliate management. I'm going to put this down here at the bottom of the list, landing pages and affiliate
Um,
links tracking.
yeah, not just tracking, but all analytics and tracking and um
Analytics, and we are planning on the analytics conversation. We're planning to use matomo.org, which is a privacy self-hosted and their let's see, use cases. Let's see, pricing, cloud. Let me just do a search for WordPress because I know that they have a page here for WordPress. Okay. Anyway, going back to our agenda. So this is the functionality that we're planning to build into YonksTEAM. And as you can see right now, I'm not even going to go to the admin panel. Um, we don't have any functionality deployed here on YonksTEAM, and that's something that we're going to unpack in the coming days. Today's day one. So that being said, we've got a great list of what functionality that
I,
we're wanting to build into YonksTEAM.
yeah, I
Bef-
actually forgot we were doing so much with AI, chatbots and all the AI integrations. I don't know if you want if that's all part of what the other stuff, but
and I'm going to put in here obviously in parentheses.
yeah,
Let me highlight this in blue, obviously, because this is built like the document is built using We Own AI. So let me just like here. I'm gonna put a comment built using We Own AI. Let's LFG. And on that note, we love having fun here. Thank you for laughing on that, Tyler.
and
I know that you wanted to cut this short. Normally we would potentially get in to more details on things. I'm gonna
well,
take a look and see if anybody on the live stream has any thoughts. But
well, I
that
mostly
being
just want to
said,
just
go ahead,
make the
Tyler.
point that the reason why we're doing this live is because we want everybody in our ecosystem to build with us, and these are all things that we build with our team for our team as partners in our cohorts through our people. So yeah, if these are things that you think are interesting and you want to build your own, just eat the meat, spit out the bones with what we're telling you. And if you think this seems a little overwhelming and you just want somebody to build it with you, then reach out because this is the whole point is that we want we're building our own brands and we're building other people's brands together and we're building everybody's the way that they want. So we're just throwing out the stuff that we want. But if you want something else, we'll help you build whatever you want.
All right, this is day number one. What are your thoughts, Lotus, for day number one of Money Printer?
Let's go.
All right, well, and talking about let's go, I'm actually creating a post here. So this is in season one. Season one only has the remaining days, 21 days of September, and I'm really liking our community portal, and nobody can attest to how much that we've evaluated various community portals more than Tyler and I Am Lotus over the last 4+ years now, folks, that we've been building in public. So, yeah, how are you liking Fluent community here, Tyler?
I like it. I'm not using it as much on the content creator as I would like to do, but yeah, it's interesting. It's so many folders, so many we own folders. One of the things that I do really like is how easy it is to read. We've talked about this before. Um, Discord, Facebook, Telegram, Instagram, a lot of the social medias are just designed for that post that day and or a continuous conversation that you might or might not be following along. And if you step away for even a little bit, you don't know what people are talking about now. So I like this because it's more curated. You can join the communities that you want. You can create what you want. And for anybody who's listening who hasn't already read the book Content Inc., it's really interesting because it's a way to tell your story, build your authority, and we're just good at a lot of things. We're good at making money in a lot of different ways. I'm excited to curate that and help other people highlight their own expertise and where they can be known as an expert in their fields.
Yes, yes. Well, this is just the first day. It's here late at night, and the money printer is going to start going burr. And we're looking forward to helping other people fire up their money printer using what we're building with We Own AI. So I'm gonna go ahead and stop the screen share here. The plan is to do a daily money printer conversation to unpack our daily progress with the creation of our money printer. I mean, like you saw here, welcome, hello world. Literally haven't installed anything, and I'm actually going to share a couple screenshots on the Yonks team post of Hello World on Zora. And I should probably add the Yonks team Zora, but anyway, any closing thoughts from you, Tyler or Lotus, as far as, and I'm looking forward, Lotus, to helping you create your money printer as well.
Yes, I just want to share with everyone if you are into numerology today, uh, you made it through the 999 portal because it's a lucky number for abundance and prosperity. So we opened and launched our day one money printer on a lucky day. Thank you very much.
Awesome. I love it.
Well, I do love to geek out on some numbers, as Tyler can attest to. So,
Yeah, well, we got married on a magical day and it's been magical ever since.
yes, and on that note, I'm going to give you some fire hearts here, some rockets, some party, some balloons. Look at all
Uh,
this.
it's it's
Some rock
10:30
and
and I'm pretty sure
roll.
that our kid's eating fudgesicles, so we need to probably wrap this up and go get her in bed.
All
Goodbye,
right. Good,
everyone.
yeah,
Good
good
night,
night. We'll be
everybody.
back tomorrow at some time for day two. Not this late.